Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Ooh, pretty damn scary, isn't it? I'm just shooting this on my iPad just to try it out instead of my camera. But who knows? I can only hold it so close. But today I want to discuss your medical records. Everyone seems to think that your medical records, once you fill it out, that's it. You don't have to do anything ever again with it. And I hate to tell you this, it's not that way at all. You need to ensure that you go over your medical records at the pharmacy, at the doctors, at the dietitian, just to make sure that everyone's working on the same page. Now, for me, I recently came out to where I am, and I decided, okay, I better change my pharmacy. Well, I did. And guess what? My records weren't that great. There was an awful lot of double ups, and she went through, are you still taking this? Are you still taking that? And what was transferred over from the old pharmacy was like all my pills, and I had to go through, no, I don't need that pill. No, because in long-term care, you usually get all your pills. So we don't really need them. And I thought, when you go to your doctor, I know for me, my endocrinologist does this, that he writes down all the changes he would like to see for me, which is awesome that you could go and say, okay, because trying to use this all the time, I don't care how young you are, isn't the best solution. Imagine that. So, why don't we want to do that? Because you're going to find out that memory could cause some real problems. And I can tell you, at one point, an old doctor said, okay, well, you could try doing this, blah, blah, blah. And I thought I heard him. I thought I had understood everything. And I got very sick. And, you really have to think about how are you going to carry on. And as you get older, young little lads right now, people are going to start assuming that, all these mistakes, no, you need to have your prescriptions given to you. It's sort of like another independence. So ensure a couple of times a year at least that you find out what's going on with your medications. Keep looking down, sorry. Now, I know that, at least one of the big chains, I'm not going to mention a name, we'll go over and do a review with you of all your medications to make sure that they are up to date. But I guess in the transfer, there were a couple of things that For example, I had 2 different orders for vitamin D. And here I thought I was doing well. But, things happen. So now I'm with a new pharmacy and we're starting fresh. Not better? I don't know. It doesn't look like I'm looking you straight in the eye. I'm always looking down here. So I'm like, always try something. Switching you over. Nope, that doesn't do well either. I don't think I'll be using the iPad. I can use my phone, but I had the same problem when I used my phone. So, you can always ask your doctor, what's in my medical records that I need to carry out what you would like me to do at home? Chances are, most doctors are awesome in writing out and saying, okay, we'll do this. With type 1 diabetes, whether you're at home as a parent of a diabetic or you're in teenage diabetic years, they should be willing to let you know what you should be taking. Now, I've mentioned this years ago, and I'm talking probably good old 40 years ago and before, that you weren't able to ask. Sorry, just testing my eyes. I know I should be up here. There we go. That you should be constantly asking the doctor for everything. It's kind of like, I want to have a bigger lunch today. Can I? And it was sort of like every sort of minute thing, it was expected that you would go to ask the doctor. And it was really annoying at Christmas time, because I went to the doctor and I had asked, well, at Christmas I want, oh no, you can't have any extra food, and nowadays I know you just count the carbs and then you're fine. So food is a little bit different, but medications, also, make sure you know how you're giving your medication. I'm sorry. I'll be doing this, my next one, using my camera, because I can look straight. I guess up there. So, make sure you know how to set up your pump, how to draw your insulin, how to give your shot, and allowing yourself to be the best diabetic you can be. And I want you to take this away, that I would have a notebook with my doctor, and every time I'm either on the phone with him, on the computer with him or her, I would write out everything that was said. And I had a list of all sorts of medication. Hi, what happens when I go low? You have to be able to answer this and say, well, on such and such a day, I thought you said this. Maybe right? Who knows? But make sure you have something in writing from your doctor about your diabetes care, because you want to go out feeling the best you can, and you don't want to have to sit there and say, oh, I don't feel so well, I'm low. because low sucks, high sucks. But, I'm talking about diabetes medications. It could be any medication. And we've talked a bit about how anything that's fight or flight reflexes, that your body causes your sugar to go up. So just be careful and understand that it's almost like playing telephone. We've all played this as a kid, where you say one thing and then another thing comes out of it. But who knows? So you want to make sure that you and your doctor are on the same page. Your health is more important. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now. Wow.